My name is Raphael Crawford Marks. I'm the founder and CEO of Bonusly, and we invest in employee engagement for our own people because we produce employee engagement software, and so we need to walk the walk if we're going to talk the talk, right? And so our people are our number one priority, and I come to work every day thinking about how can I enable my team to bring their best selves to work, do their best work, grow and develop and achieve the goals they want to achieve. Well, what we start with is the thesis that people determine business success. And leaders of companies obviously care about business success, but they may not buy into that entire thesis. So then the journey we take with leaders is walking them through the data and the evidence that shows that really investing in your people and taking a really thoughtful approach to kind of maximizing the engagement of your employee population is going to drive, in a large part, the success of the business. You start with the cost of employee attrition, and that is losing an employee is extremely costly, and it's also a little bit pernicious in that the full costs of losing an employee do not appear on the company's financials. Because there's a lot of opportunity costs there of having an unfilled position, of the training, of ramping up new staff, things like that, of lost productivity of other people who are training that staff. So really walking them through the components of the cost of attrition, and then getting their own data on attrition and then calculating for them what attrition is costing them and what they could save by reducing that, even by a few percentage points, usually is where we start, because that gives them a really big dollar amount that they can be saving by even a modest improvement in employee engagement. The benefits are kind of across the board. So and it's not just me saying this, it's companies like Gallup, Deloitte, a number of organizational psychology researchers have all found that when engagement goes up, you have improved gains in productivity, you have gains in customer satisfaction, you have gains in safety if you're in an industry like manufacturing where safety is a concern. So it's really across the board that the company improves. And of course, the bottom line is there's a very high correlation between highly engaged companies and profitability. Well, the big issue is all of the changes that are already well underway. So because of a variety of technological, economic, and cultural shifts, the workforce is becoming flatter, less hierarchical, more geographically distributed, and more highly skilled, because low-skilled work is being automated and outsourced. So the future of work is a workplace that is very, very different from the workplaces of even the late 20th century, of even 10, 20 years ago. And so leaders really have to realize that what worked for them at their last company 10 years ago or 20 years ago is not necessarily going to work now. And because in order to succeed, they need to attract really highly skilled workers, and even in even if there is a recession and unemployment goes up, there's still going to be a shortage of skilled workers. There's still going to be a war for talent for those skilled workers. They really need to think long and hard about how they're attracting and retaining the best talent, because that really is going to determine the success of their organization. I think the way to start is to think about, just from a first principles standpoint, what makes employees love their work, right? Because that's what employee engagement is. Employee engagement is a measure of how employees feel about their job. And so, if you think about what are the components that go into that feeling, it boils down to three components. One is feeling belonging, that you belong and are included there and that your voice is heard, feeling a sense of progress in your skills and your career, that you are developing your skills, that you are getting more and more challenging work, that you are advancing in your career, and a sense of purpose, that you believe in the work you are doing and in the work that your larger organization is doing. And so really to love your work and be fully engaged, you need to have really strong feelings in those three areas. And so leaders need to sit back and think about, okay, what are we doing to foster strong positive feelings in each of those three areas?